if you have someone born in the Panchak Nakshatras, right, then you are supposed to visit Gokarna or Triambakeshwara and get the Nagbali or the Narayan Bali puja done, right? It is very, very important. But Shiva says, what is the difference between, taking birth in the Panchak Nakshatra and dying in the Panchak Nakshatra? What is the difference? So here at this level, Shiva says that as compared to dying, taking birth in the Panchak Nakshatra is auspicious, right? So if you compare birth and death, you see what happens is that if you take birth in the Panchak Nakshatras, Mahadev says you can go to Gokarna, you can get this Nag Bali, Narayan Bali puja done, fine. The issue is resolved. But when someone dies, so what tradition they have said? They said, let us make those small five, you know, they'll make like small five dolls or five putlas or something with it, and they'll burn it with the dead body. But he says that this is not the remedy. This is not the remedy. And I have a question from each one of you. How many grandparents you know? Maximum you know is your grandparent and great grandparent, dada ya pardada. But you are coming from the lineage of Rishi Munis. Do you even know that maybe 200 years ago, maybe one of the family members in your family has died in the Panchak Nakshatras, and then another five were they died, and then someone again died, and maybe some of your cousin, sister, lineage, this, that, you even don't know because you don't know only your relatives who are just connected to you. But if you go start finding your relatives, there may be certain relatives who are not connected to you but from the same khandan, from the same lineage, right? So he says that this remedy that I am going to tell you is, for all your ancestors which might have died for because of the Panchak Nakshatra, and because of XYZ reasons some people have not died, and there are reasons that some may die now, so a 2 year bracket may not be enough. That can this Panchak Nakshatra death can manifest. So now Shiva removes the bracket of 2 years. He said that Panchak Nakshatra can go up to lineages. That the death is only happening because of a person who died in the Panchak Nakshatra, even if the longevity was there, right? So Shiva says that the remedy has to come. There should be a remedy for such deaths and for such unknown deaths. So that means that this particular remedy becomes compulsory for everyone. Simple as that. He's trying to convince that the remedy is, for everyone. Now, what is that remedy? What are you supposed to do for that? Now, the next question was that suppose, you know, Parulji is now married to a different Gotra. Now she says that her husband's Gotra is my Gotra. Which puja should I do, for my Gotra or for the Gotra of my father? When I do the Panchak puja, the answer will be that she has to sit with her husband to do the puja for the existing Gotra of the husband, but also she has to do a puja for the Gotra of the father, only for this particular remedy. Am I clear? Right? There should be no disconnects here, right? So it is very, very important. Then there is a day which is decided. What is the day that is decided? He says the day should be your Janma Nakshatra day, right? Janma Nakshatra day. And there are two pujas that we do, on the Janma Nakshatra day. One puja that we do, is on your Tithi Pravesha. When? on the Tithi Pravesha. You understand, in month which you are born, in that month, the same Tithi, the same Nakshatra will come and you do a puja, right? And ideally, he says that you should go to Somanath and get the Ayush Puja done. Okay? In the Somanath, get the Ayush Puja done. But now, all of you, I give you a target. The target is within 1 years, 1 year time, 2 year time, whenever you people are visiting India from the western part of the world, we have acharyas like Vivek ji here. If you can't visit, right? I've seen like Jayam is not visited, Simrat ji has not visited India. In case, you can contact our acharyas. They can arrange a puja for you on the day of your Janma Nakshatra in the Somnath, beat any month, right? If it could be a month of the Shraddha Paksha, okay? So during the Shraddha Paksha, right, which is going to be before the Chaitra Navratra, before the Sharad Navratras in October, right? So if that month, or he says any month, on the day of Janma Nakshatra, and it should not be the month of your Tithi Pravesh. Tithi Pravesh की जरूरत नहीं है, right? Suppose your Tithi Pravesh is in June or July. He says, okay, let it be March, let it be April, let it be November, December. On the day of your Janma Nakshatra, you should go to Somanath and get the Ayush Puja done for your ancestors. Okay? The Ayush Puja has to be done for yourself. In fact, he doesn't use the word ancestors, he uses the word Gotra. Okay? So now what you were doing Ayush Puja for yourself on your birthday, right? This time when you go to Somanath, right, you tell the pujari, the Brahmin, that I want the Ayush Puja for my Gotra. For my Gotra. So when you do this for your Gotra, your Janma Nakshatra and your entire lineage will be sorted. When it will be sorted, based on the Janma Nakshatra, your entire nakshatras will also start giving you good news slowly, because 60% of our health problems, delay in life, monetary problems are related to our ancestral curses, not our own nija karmas. They are 60% problems are coming from the karmas of your soul, which were your ancestors. Like you were your own ancestor. You've done certain karmas, you died in a particular thing, and it's not working. Right? Okay. Is it the same doing puja for Pitri dosha? No, it's not the same. You see, this is a very different. You have to listen to me very carefully. What I'm talking is, I'm not talking the last rituals of your ancestors have been done properly. That causes Pitri dosha. I'm not talking about that Pitri dosha, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. What I'm talking is, maybe someone from your Gotra has died, right? Okay. So I gave you new Gotra. No, you have to use that Gotra for from your lineage. Like whichever Gotra is there from the lineage, right? You have to take that, because you are not doing the puja, you are doing this puja for your previous Gotra, where the dosha is with the previous Gotra. So in the south, we do a huge puja for kids every year until the age of 15 on the Janma Nakshatra. Perfect. Right? So naturally, they are removing the Gotra dosha. Okay. So Bhavita ji, if you don't know your Gotra, people who don't have a Gotra, their Gotra should be Atri Gotra. Atri, because Atri, Rishi Atri is the Rishi who gave Gotra to Shiva. When Shiva was getting married, so they asked that आपका गोत्र कौन सा है? तो Shiva said, मेरे पास तो कोई गोत्र नहीं है. I don't have a gotra. So Rishi Atri gave gotra to Shiva. So you can take either Atri or Kashyap, as a gotra. We can always say Kashyap or Atri. right? So TN uses the Shiva Gotra. You asked us to use the Vishishta Gotra. You can use that. See, Vishishta Gotra is your new Jat, new Gotra based on your Naam, based on your Puja, based on the Panchadevata pujas that you're doing. So a new Gotra comes to your life with what? With the puja, with the sadhana that you're doing, right? So if someone separated from their husband, then which gotra should use? I mean, did I explain this 10 minutes ago? I mean, I don't know whether you are listening to me in this lecture, you're with me or not. I have just explained this. Just 10 minutes ago, I have explained it, right? And the same question has come up, right? I am feeling little disturbed here, so I will turn off the chat because I want to tell you so many things. The questions are coming, for which I have just, explained it clearly, that which gotra you're supposed to take and how you're supposed to take, right? This gotra or the previous gotra, right? So there are people who will have three gotras now. One which I gave them, right? That's fine. That's your new gotra, right? But there is a previous gotra which is coming from the past, right? You need to use that gotra because that gotra is gotra of your ancestors, right? So on the Janma Nakshatra day, right, you are supposed to go to Somanath and get the Ayush Puja done for your gotra, not for you, for your gotra, right? So when you do it for gotra, you will get the results for yourself also. That's point number one. And then Shiva says that suppose probably we meet again next year in the Somanath, and there may be chances that you may not be able to go to Somanath for 8 months, 6 months until you get that puja done. Under those circumstances, Mahadev says that one has to do a puja, one has to do this one mala of the mantra, right? Until you get your puja done, right? Through a particular vidhi. And the vidhi is that, in this five nakshatras that we are talking about, what all five nakshatras we are talking about? Dhanishta, Ardhara, okay, and then not Dhanishta, and then we have Satabisha, and then we have Purva Bhadrapada, Uttar Bhadrapada, and Revati. Can you tell me out of all the five, which is the Agni nakshatra? Or which is the Agni nakshatra out of these nakshatras? Which is the Devata, which is an Agni Devata? Right? Right? Yes, please.
Dhanishta.
Dhanishta is an Agni. Who is the Devata?
Purva Bhadrapad. Agra.
So the Devata which is related to Agni is right in the center, and that Devata is Aja Ekapada. Aja Ekapada. Ekapada is a very, very, fire oriented. So he says that ideally one has to stand on one leg, you know, every day and do one mala of Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya. But in this Kali Yuga, you people do not have yoga practices where you can stand on one leg for probably 3, 4, 5 minutes, and there are age factors also, right? There are physical, fitness problems also. So he says that you have to take your hands like this, keep it over your hand like this, right? Just like this, right? Straight back, and you have to do Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya. One mala. He says one mala. I mean, if you can do this puja next month at Somnath on your Janma Nakshatra day, fine. But until you can't do it and you are facing unwanted struggles and death issues and fears in your life, he says, so you're already doing this mantra. All you have to do is you have to add an action to it. Over your hands, you have to open your chest and says, Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya. This is the way. Ideally, he says that you have to stand on one leg, but do not make it on one leg. It's not possible. It's not, because you will come down to both the legs, and then you will ask me, Guruji, right leg or left leg, right? Or you will also tell me, you know what, Guruji, I had this fractured leg now. Do a prashna why this thing has happened. मेरी लात क्यों टूटी? मुझे प्रश्न करके बताइए. So, it's not worth it, right? So you have to sit on the ground, do like this, and do this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Sada Shivaya, until you go there. Once you've gone there, once you've done this, puja, then you can do the regular mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Sada Shivaya, which I have already initiated to you people. So one solution here Shiv Mahapurana has given for the Panchak. But if someone died, within the family or within the relatives who are very close to you, Chacha, Taya, and all that, someone has died in the Panchak Nakshatra, I must tell you that वो पांच हम जो बना के, with the cremation we do it, it's not going to help you. You have to rush, after the Sutak is over, you have to rush to Somanath and get that particular puja done for your Gotra. For your Gotra. And the day should be your Janma Nakshatra day. Your Janma. Because you are the one who has initiated this for your entire Gotra. You are the one, and you are going to benefit a lot. Lot of good news will start coming your way. Lot of obstacles, because many, see, Gotra means all the lineages, all the lineages. You don't even know the great 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 grandfathers. You don't know, but you've done it for the Gotra. You've done it for the Gotra. Right? So technically, this is a very powerful thing that you must get it done. Something that you have learned, and something which should be your target in next 1 year. Maybe you all can make a plan, in the September, October, we all can be there for 1 or 2 days and get it done. And so I have said, the question that I got was, someone separated from their husband, which Gotra should you use? You should use your father's Gotra. I said it. Even if you are not separated, you will sit with your husband on his Janma Nakshatra day. On his Janma Nakshatra day, and get the puja done. Right? For his Gotra. Right? But for your Janma Nakshatra, you don't have to tell, if you are a female, you don't have to tell your husband's Gotra, you have to tell your father's Gotra. I just said it in the beginning of this concept. I hope it is clear now. It's absolutely crystal clear now that even if you are not separated, your Gotra that you've got is a new Gotra. And same, I think this thing also answered Prakash ji's confusion also, that the Gotra that I gave you is a Gotra which is given by Guru, but that the lineage is coming from a Gotra. But if you don't have a Gotra, then you will use the Vishishta Gotra. Right? You can use the Atri Gotra. If you really want Shiva Bhakti, use Atri, use Vishishta Gotra. You can use it. Right? If you don't want to use, you want to use your Guru's Gotra. My Gotra is Kashyap. So you can use my Gotra. अब मेरा गोत्र यूज कर लो, कोई बात नहीं. When you say, what is your Gotra? मेरा गोत्र तो मुझे गुरुजी ने दिया है. Use Kashyap. You can use Kashyap if you don't know. Because who knows where is God? But then probably if a teacher, if a guru is treating you like your children, you treat him like a father, you can use my Gotra. It's not a problem. Right? So you can do that. Right? So something which you have learned today.